the hardcores, then I'm good.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because that, I mean, honestly, that's going to be your bread and butter.
Right.
Like, that's what's going to be the lifeline.
Right.
You know? The casuals will come around and spew off some craziness at some point, but it's just like,
They show up for about 3 fights a year.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I mean, I'm just waiting on the word. Who did? Again?
Yeah. I think you're
I'm ahead of you.
Are you?
Yeah, I saw that a minute ago. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, who?
Hit the
There we
live
go,
button.
yeah.
Hit the live button. Yeah, hit the live button. Hit the live button. Start right there.
Hey, Jay, how's your son doing, man?
Oh, he's good, man.
Is he getting big?
Yeah, he's getting really
Yo, what
big.
happened in Mexico last night, bro? I didn't watch the game. ¿Qué pasó, bro?
Bro.
Like, didn't they
got
start their?
dominated bad.
Yeah, they started their three. Didn't they start like? Their top guys in the U.S. didn't.
Right.
What's up?
You gonna bring Kyron Davis in for a couple questions?
That's fine.
First?
Yeah.
And we're gonna go with
Is he ready to go?
Yes.
All right,
He's coming
Ashley,
in
we
now.
good?
Kyron Davis.
All right.
All right. Kyron Davis coming in first, and then we're gonna go with the
Not a problem. Is he with Bradman Edwards?
I'll check it.
Do we want to wait for him to come in first?
Yeah. Just let. I mean, I'm up here just so that as soon as he gives me the go ahead, I'm ready to go.
When did you get here?
Yesterday morning, like 11 o'clock. It's a fun town, man.
It is. I got here this morning and I was like,
I want to get like a winter home down here, man. A winter condo.
That's like the 20th time I've heard you say that.
Seriously, I really do. Like, I love it here.
I got here this morning and I'm like, damn.
I know. I went out last night, had some good dinner, a couple of good spots. I was like, man, this is dope. Like,
Where'd you go?
I went to what was it? Oh man, I went to
Chick-fil-A.
where did I go? Angela something. It was like a
Roberto's.
speakeasy bar. I know. Hold on.
Whataburger.
No.
You're downtown.
That's where I'm going.
I was in downtown. It was like a mile away from the
I'm
hotel.
done. I should get a drink.
Hold on.
Listen, I'm done.
Yeah.
After all this.
Melinda's Alley.
It wasn't shit to get.
I went
It's in
there and
Ernstine,
then,
but they took us.
Where did we go
I
for
was gonna
dinner?
say because they were like, oh, I
Ferris house?
Can we go get some sunshine now?
I mean, it was great. It was excellent. Melinda's Alley
Well,
was dope.
on the bright side, it makes it a simple night.
There's some nice spots here downtown.
I mean, it's just, the area's awesome. People are really nice. Fans are passionate.
Just don't come during summer.
That's what I hear. It's like, what, 180 degrees?
You got 6 months of good weather, 6 months of bad weather.
What do we got, Steve?
Edwards and Davis.
Okay. Ashley, ready to go?
Hey, Ray, we'll keep Congress at the time. I'll give you 6 or 7 minutes here, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you guys for coming in.
10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, thank you very much to everyone joining us for the post-fight press conference. I'm Ray Flores on behalf of Premier Boxing Champions and TGB Promotions. What a night here in Phoenix, Arizona. A great fight town, passionate fan base, and they were treated to a tremendous night of boxing. Largely in part to the man to my left, who fought valiantly with the heart and will of a champion, but he came up short from Wilmington, Delaware. Wilmington, Delaware should be very proud of this man's efforts. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyron Davis. Round of applause for Kyron Davis. And also his esteemed trainer, someone who actually looked after his fighter probably better than most trainers that I know in the world. Someone who is an unheralded trainer, and I don't think somebody that gets enough credit for what he does for the sport and his fighters. From Philadelphia, PA, Stephen Bretman Edwards, ladies and gentlemen, the trainer of Kyron Davis as well. Round of applause for Stephen Edwards, who did a wonderful job in the corner. Kyron, I want to go ahead and initially, how are you feeling? Obviously, I know you're disappointed, but I mean, my goodness, you came out, you fought your heart out tonight.
That's all you can do. If you're gonna step in that ring, you gotta be willing to give it all. And I wasn't gonna come out that ring without giving it my all. And even though I'm disappointed that I couldn't win, I want to let everybody know that I ain't leave nothing. I ain't leave nothing there.
And Breadman, I want to know from you, how proud are you of the performance of Kyron Davis? I know this is not easy, you know, taking the loss, but I mean, I thought you guys put up a heck of an effort here tonight in hostile territory here in Phoenix.
I'm extremely proud. David Benavidez is a duck fighter. A lot of people don't want to fight the guy. He's a monster, you know, and Kyron didn't even give a second thought about fighting him. You know, we pretty much saved the show, you know what I mean? The guy tested positive like 3 weeks ago, so we pretty much saved the show. So I'm really proud of him, you know, that he gave that kind of effort. I'm disappointed that he lost. Because despite what people may say, you know, once you take a fight, you in it. And I know that you guys probably thought it was a long shot, but we really believed that we could win. We tried to win. We did everything we could to win. We was like waking up 6 o'clock in the morning, running, meeting twice a day, doing everything we could. You know, we didn't come here to lay down. I know some people like come and lay down for a check, or, you know, the media and the fans, they like, oh God, Kyron's gonna get killed. He's just doing it for the money. We may sound crazy, but we really believe that we could win that fight. And I'm just disappointed because I love the kid. I've been training him since he was 18 years old, and I don't want to see him get hurt. And this is morbid, you know, people don't like to talk about it, but he would have went till he couldn't go no more, you know, and he's really one of them kind of guys. He kept telling me, like, don't stop it, I'm okay, but I know it's not, you know, I can't let him get hurt, you know, so that's disappointing because he cried. I know he wanted to win. He believed that he could pull the fight out, you know, but his head starts snapping back, his body language, and I just was like, it's not worth that, you know, so gotta live with my decision.
I'll turn over to the media, but before I do that, I think that the fans in Phoenix appreciated the effort of Kyron Davis. He came in, booed by the crowd, and then he left after the effort that he put up, and he was cheered because the fight fans appreciated the kind of effort and the kind of fighter that Kyron Davis is. So he certainly got the appreciation and won over the fans here in Phoenix. A wonderful crowd. I'll turn it over to the media for questions. We have a man in the back. Do we have a microphone by chance for the media? If we can go ahead and get a question.
Well, I can do it.
You go ahead.
Sir, what is it that some of the things that David did that you were surprised?
I don't think I was surprised with anything in particular. I knew that he was quick. He knew how to cut off the ring. I knew that he was a volume puncher. So nothing really surprised me. I just couldn't do the things that I wanted to do. Maybe if I had a longer camp, I've been able to give a little bit more. But I honestly, what I was in there with, I knew I was in there with. I wasn't surprised by anything.
Thank you. Kyron, what did he say to you when he hugged you right at that?
Oh no, he just said, man, you a warrior, good fight, man. You made me work, and I told him, good fight. I appreciate it. The opportunity. He's a two-time world champion for a reason, and I knew that going in. And we just embrace each other and we show each other respect. I think that I earned his respect. He earned mine.
Jay?
Kyron, first of all, you earned the respect, like you just said, from everybody, even the fans here. I want to go back, talk about David Benavidez. At this performance that he's had this whole year and the past year, do you think he could be a potential threat to Canelo or even Jamal Charlo?
I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. It's not something that I want. I'm not a matchmaker, I'm a fighter. What he does with his career, that's what he does with his career. I wish him the best. But I'm not going nowhere. So we can keep talking. I don't want to talk about nobody. I'll be back.
If you have questions, we have the microphone being passed around, so when you go ahead and ask a question, wait for the microphone to get to you, and then we will go ahead and move forward. Ernie?
This is for Brendan. In between one of the rounds, it was reported on social media that the referee came over when you were discussing stopping a fight and said, this is a close fight. Number one, have you ever had a referee come and say that to you, and B, did you find it to be inappropriate?
I did notice that he said that. I did think it was weird. I don't want to get into criticizing officials and stuff, but I thought that was weird. it was almost like, you know, he was like telling me to let him go out on his back. I didn't understand that. Like, it's not the referee's job to tell me what the score is.
No, I think what he was doing, because he said something about going low or something like that.
Okay.
So he might have said that he was trying to say not like he wasn't trying to take any points away.
Okay.
So he was trying to say, like, you know, don't make me get interfered with a fight. I think that's what he was saying.
Okay, maybe that's what it was throughout the game. I did hear him say this is a close fight, but I didn't know what caused him to say that. So I didn't pay attention to that though. I didn't care about
Give me a towel.
About what he thought the score was or anything like that. But I did hear him say that. I just, you know, in the middle of the chaos and everything like that, you can't worry about somebody else's opinion, because it's not about if the fight is close or not. It's about if he's taking the wrong type of punishment, if his body language, if his head is snapping a certain kind of way, he couldn't see out of his eyes. So that's more important than how close the fight is to me.
What, do you got someone behind you that wants to ask a question?
This question is for both of you guys. You know, Kyron, you said that you were disappointed that you couldn't go more on the fight, but then your coach said that he was looking out for you. So what was that conversation right after the fight ended, or in the locker room, of just how the fight went about for you guys?
My coach loves me, so when he stopped the fight, I knew what it was. He kept trying to, like, you know, ensure me, like, hey, I was doing this for you, I was doing this for you, I was doing this for you. And I looked him in his face and I told him, look, I'm not mad at you, I'm just mad at myself. You know, because I wanted to pull it out. But this guy, he comes to the gym early in the morning. He's there a lot of times before me. He plans to work out. He spends his own money. For a long time, he didn't make no money training me. I was making $1,000 a fight, $5,000 a fight. He getting a small percentage of that. He was making no money. My assistant, my dad, my mom, everybody who put so much into me. No, I don't have no type of feelings when it comes to the people that I have in my corner. I trust them. So that's his job. That's what I pay him to do. I pay him to protect me, because I can't protect myself. I tell you that right now. I would have went out and, you know, out. You know what I mean? I wasn't going in there to quit. So you know, he wants to see me continue my career. So he did what was best, even though it might not have been what I thought should have been done. He knows what's best, and he's still in my corner. He's gonna be coaching me for the rest of my fights. It's not no. Oh, I need to switch trainers, or I'm mad at him. I understand the love that he had for me.
Sean?
Kyron, incredible effort and courage tonight, man. You know, Benavidez is known as a big puncher. He hits you with some good combinations, but he never dropped you, never hurt you too bad. How much of a puncher is he? How much of that was just you have a granite chin, and how much is it he doesn't punch as hard or does punch as hard as people think? What would you say about his power?
Can I say something about that?
Of course.
That's why I stopped the fight, because I know he got a granite chin. And when you could take a punch like that, and you know, he was only down one time in his career, and it was more like a tangled up thing because it was a southpaw. And I've been training him since he was 18. I've had him in the gym with guys like Triple G, big punchers, and his chin always hold up. He's like built for that. And when you got a guy like that don't go down and got a lot of heart, that's how you see somebody get hurt in boxing. That's the #1 reason why. Because I think Benavidez can punch, but he's not like a one-punch knockout artist. He's more like a heavy-handed volume guy that throws a lot of punches, and that's the kind of guy that could hurt you round after round after round after round. It's actually better to get hit one time and go to sleep early than somebody to beat on you round after round. And I knew he wasn't going to quit, and I knew he could take his punches, and that is the reason why. Because Kyrone was like, he hits hard, but he doesn't hit like nothing I've never felt before. And that's how you could get hurt, because of the volume and the punch after punch. So that's why I stopped the fight.
Okay, Ron, before we let you go, I think you went ahead and stated that you're thinking about moving down to 160. Is that still in your mind, or was that just initial thoughts after the fight?
I moved up to take the opportunity. In this game, you gotta take a risk. So they called me and they said, you know, Anthony Durrell, his opponent pulled out. We need somebody to fill in. I came up and said, hey, look, that's 8 pounds. You know, coach talked about it. I moved up. Then they called me short notice. They needed somebody on the main event on Fox Sports 1 to cover the card. They gave me 13 days. I went out and got a unanimous decision.
That's when you fought Martez McGregor back on September 5th.
Then they called me because somebody popped up negative and said, whatever, I don't know what it is, because I don't put nothing in my system. But they called me with 16 days to get ready for David Benavidez, supposed to be this monster. I don't turn nobody down. I said this is a great opportunity. Hold on. I said these are great opportunities. So I kept coming in. I will be going back down to 160, my actual weight class, and I look to be a problem.
He never really moved up. That's just the offers that we got. He was a 160 pounder. The fight before the Durrell fight was at 160, and we just got the call of the fight at 68, and we just had to take the fights because of the circumstances. Obviously, it's prize fight and the money was good or whatever, but he never like said, "Well, I'm going to be a 68 pounder." This is just the offers that he just happened to be getting. So people keep saying like he moved up in weight. We just taking the opportunities that's getting presented to us. We were trying to fight Daronchenko at 160 and we couldn't get the fight. So we just said, all right, fine. You know, we got to take whatever is offered to us.
Let's do one more here and then one there, and then we'll cut these guys loose.
And Breadman, you know, I obviously I understand how you feel, Kyron, but you know, Breadman has been known to give his prognostications on the sport. Just from what you saw tonight, man, how does David versus Canelo? Does he have the best shot of anybody in this division?
You know what? It's kind of hard to tell until two guys line up in front of each other. I think David is a really talented young fighter. And, you know, he has a chance to beat anybody. You know, sometimes when you show up for a fight, you raise your level of your game and you can pull things off. So I don't want to make a prediction on who will win between David and Canelo, but I do think that David has enough talent and ability to be in the ring with Canelo. He's a very, very talented fighter. I've been looking at him for a long time. He can fight. I'm not going to say he can beat Canelo, though. That's a tall order. You know, Canelo's an all-time great fighter, so there's levels to this game, but, you know, they got to fight and see.
Yeah, like Asaka Boxing Club from Argentina. First of all, congrats. You gave a hell of a show. You mesmerized people from Argentina. Are we going to see you back in the ring?
100%.
When?
Well, let's see. I'm gonna enjoy the holidays. I'm gonna get right back in the gym. I'm gonna work hard. I'll make some music because I'm an artist too. I make music. I'll make some music. I'm gonna enjoy my family, and then we're gonna come back as soon as my coach and Al Heyman team, everybody comes and they say, hey, this is a good opportunity, and we're gonna take it from there. I'm not really thinking about, you know, the first thing I want to do is every time a boxer get out the ring, be like, what's next? What's next? I'm about to go get sleep.
All right, give it up for Kyron Davis, ladies and gentlemen. Heck of an effort.
Thank you, Kyron.
Go enjoy that prize money and get some rest. Enjoy the holidays, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Kyron Davis, his trainer, Stephen Breadman Edwards, the entire team. What a class act that entire team is. And now we will await David Benavidez, but what a night of action here in Phoenix. This is a wonderful fight town, a passionate fight town, and I certainly want to come back. I think Premier Boxing Champions wants to come back as well and stuff. It's great to be here in the hometown of Michael Carbajal, and the fans came out, certainly supported the hometown fighters. Jose Benavidez Jr. with a majority draw in his fight, and then David Benavidez with a 7th round stoppage over Kyron Davis that you just heard from. And what a run it has been for Premier Boxing Champions. This is our 3rd show in 3 straight weeks. We started off this run with PBC on Showtime with Radzab Mutayev's win over Jamal James back on October 30th, the night before Halloween, at the Mandalay Bay. Last week, Canelo Alvarez unified the super middleweight division with his victory in the 11th round TKO win over Caleb Plant to become the first unified super middleweight champion of the world at 168. And then tonight, here in Phoenix with David Benavidez' 7th round TKO victory over Kyron Davis. And then we follow it up in 2 weeks' time with some unification at 122 pounds. Brandon Figueroa in action against Stephen Fulton from Philadelphia, PA. And then PBC continues the run with a very talented Kyrone Davis and Isaac Cruz on December 5 on Showtime pay-per-view. That undercard is absolutely loaded, by the way. That'll come your way from Staples Center in Los Angeles. A Sunday night pay-per-view, December 5 from Staples Center in Los Angeles on Showtime pay-per-view. That is presented by Premier Boxing Champions, promoted by Mayweather Promotions and TGB Promotions. 6 days later, December 11th, it'll be Nonito Donaire and Raymart Caballo. That'll be from Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California, also known as the War Grounds. That'll be on December 11th. So the run continues for Premier Boxing Champions on Showtime. It has been a very busy fall, and as we head into the winter time, and we have some, where's Martine? Is Martine around here somewhere? The publicist or whatever, is he around here? I think he said we have some special guests. I think we've got Luis Gonzalez in the house from the Arizona Diamondbacks. Round of applause for Luis Gonzalez, the World Series hero. Great to see him in the house. I know he wants to go ahead and we'll talk with David in a few moments. And Phoenix certainly came out, and we look forward to coming back. I mean, if I had my choice, and I don't make the decisions, I'd love to come back here once a year. That's how great of a fight town this is. So we're awaiting David Benavidez. I think we are getting word that he's making his way. I thought it was wonderful to see how Phoenix supported the Benavidez family with the unveiling of the mural with Jose Benavidez Sr. in the center, David Benavidez and Jose Benavidez. And what really touched me is the support that the fans have for their local hometown guys. You know, even the undercards, the place was packed for the undercards, and I go all over the country and we do fights all over, and that isn't necessarily always the case when the fans come out for the undercards, and that's what Phoenix did, and that's why I love coming to Phoenix, and it's a wonderful fight town. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I bring up the Benavidez family, Jose Benavidez Sr., ladies and gentlemen, Jose Benavidez Jr. with his majority draw, and still undefeated, the two-time super middleweight champion of the world with a 7th round TKO victory over Kyron Davis in his homecoming here in Phoenix. The fans came out, they support him, they loved him, they adore him, deservedly so, because offensively, and David, I've said this many times, you are a juggernaut offensively. The punches and bunches is unbelievable. Blistering hand speed, your selection of punches, absolutely mesmerizing. 5 straight wins by stoppage, still undefeated from Phoenix, Arizona. El Bandera Roja, David Benavidez, ladies and gentlemen. David, how are you feeling after that victory in front of your hometown?
I feel really good. You know, I feel like I did everything I said I was going to do. I know I trained extremely hard for this fight. Unfortunately, this TKO victory isn't against Uzcategui, you know, because he's a little bit harder opponent, but I was really looking forward to get him in there. But, you know, Kyrone Davis, you know, he was a warrior. You know, he came and gave it all in the ring, and, you know, he's actually giving me war in the ring too, and the fans love to see that. They love to see a good exchange, so I'm just here for the fans. And, yeah, thank you to everybody who came out. Thank you all my friends, my family, and everybody who came to support me. Thank you so much.
Before I turn it over to the media, obviously, were you surprised? Because you hit Kyron Davis with everything, literally everything. You switched stances, you were going back and forth. I saw you were going to the body, you were going upstairs. You know, just a variety of different punches. You were hitting him clean. Were you surprised that he didn't go down?
Not really. I mean, he had a strong will, but I knew that I don't get tired. You know, I keep going, and I know eventually they're going to stop the fight. So, I mean, I feel like I'd rather be that type of fighter where I could sustain this pressure for 12 rounds and just have that one pressure, that one fighter that has one punch knockout, and, you know, there's only, you know what I mean? So, if it don't matter with me, if I get you now, the first round, the second round, the 7th round, the 12th round, 11th round, I'm going to get you eventually. And I don't let off until I knock people out, or until I stop them.
If you were to fight Canelo, I feel like all of Phoenix would make their way to wherever the fight is, because, I mean, this area loves you. They came out for both you and your brother and what your father have done. I mean, it was absolutely unbelievable to watch and see the love and the support, the passion that the fans here in Phoenix have for all of you.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like they just, the fans in Phoenix, I was supposed to fight in Phoenix before COVID hit, you know, and that's why I feel like they've just been waiting for us to come back. And the fans in Phoenix, I swear, like, I feel like they're the best boxing fans in the world because, not only because I'm from here, but I know this, the energy, you know, they feel, even like to the point, my opponent, they're drowning with booze, you know, and so it was, they have my back 100%. So, I mean, this is really the best place to have boxing, in my opinion. I love Phoenix, Arizona.
Well, we definitely want to come back. If you have questions for David Benavidez or Jose Benavidez Jr., by all means, we got the microphone around, so wait your turn, Ernie, by all means.
David, you fought in front of a packed house tonight. Everybody around you is talking about what may or may not be next. Did that give you any, it's not that bad of a question. Giving all of that, was there any extra pressure, extra excitement, maybe a mixture of both, giving all of that?
No, there was no pressure at all. Everybody's been asking me that question all week, or for like 2 weeks now. I don't feel any pressure no more. I feel like if I wouldn't do my job and work hard in the gym, I would feel the pressure. But I love boxing. I love training every day. If anything, I was even more excited. It made me even go out there and throw even more punches because I know it's in front of my hometown of Phoenix. But there's no pressure at all. No pressure.
David, congratulations on this huge victory. Walk us and tell us a little bit more, walk us through it. How was this camp since you had to switch opponents last minute? You know, obviously you saw Kyrone was a tough opponent. Just let us know how tough was it, you know, to changing the style going into this fight.
It wasn't tough at all. You know, I feel like you gotta be ready for this type of stuff. You know, I feel like either if Uzcateca would have been out with the injury or whatever, or he was out with steroids, it doesn't matter. You have to be ready for more than one style. You know, and that's really what it's about when they say adapting to everything. Because in training camp, we spar 3-4 different types of sparring partners in the same, you know, we put them in rotation. So you have to adapt right there. So, I mean, that's the good thing about, that's how we've been working for a long, long time. So it didn't really change, you know what I mean? I just had to watch Kyrone Davis a little bit more film on him, see what he did good, see what he did bad, and just change my game plan for that.
Thanks again.
Before we get to the next question, I want to acknowledge Samson Lukowitz, the promoter of David Benavidez. Ladies and gentlemen, Samson Lukowitz, one of the best minds in all of boxing. Speaking of one of the best minds in all of boxing, in my opinion, the manager of the year in 2021, Louis DeCubas Jr., ladies and gentlemen. Outstanding manager as well, the manager of the year in 2021. Now we have more questions from the media.
David, Jose Jr., welcome home. Great performance. Now, David, I remember back in the Iron Boy days, coming over here, man, your cruiserweight days, now seeing you here headline. What does it mean to you for you to inspire the young Arizona boxing kids, even the up-and-comers? What advice can you give them, and how does that make you feel?
Well, I feel like, you know, this is why Phoenix, Arizona loves me so much, because I wasn't anything extraordinary. I wasn't anything spectacular when I was a little kid. The only thing I did was work hard. You know, I was weighed over 250 pounds, 14 years old, and there was so much boxers here in Phoenix, Arizona that were better than me, but, you know, I put it in my head that I wanted to be the best, and with, you know, a good support system like my dad and my brother and my mom, you know, they've always supported me, and they've never let me, you know, not reach my potential. So, I mean, if you're a little kid and you don't really have belief in yourself, I mean, it's gonna happen to every little kid, but as long as you know you make a goal for yourself and try to achieve the goal, you work on it every day. It's not a weekly thing. It's a daily thing. You gotta go hard every day, and that's kind of the message I've been trying to get to the kids too. You know, I get kids that are a little bit bigger in weight too. That they message me, and I message them back, and I tell them, you know what, I was in the same position. I was in your shoes too. So it's all about you, how much you want to motivate yourself, how much you want to dedicate yourself, how much you want to push yourself, and the sky's the limit.
Thank you.
Congratulations, David.
Thank you.
I noticed that, you know, at the end, after the fight, you asked the crowd, you know, who do you want to see me fight, and you know, you want to see me fight Canelo, and the crowd erupted. You think Canelo heard those cheers?
I hope so. You know, I don't know, but, you know, it just felt really good, you know, just getting the crowd involved in it. You know, I haven't fought with the live audience in 2 years, and it's boring, honestly, when there's no audience in there. So now I have the people, you know, I feel like, you know, the people are very excited for anything I do, because, you know, every time I come to fight, I make it a war, you know, and they love the way I fight. So if they want to see me fight Canelo, they want to see me fight Charlo, whoever they want to see me fight, they know it's going to be a 100% guaranteed great fight. So, I mean, I'm ready for whoever. I've been professional 8 years already. You know, next year is going to be my 9th year professional, almost a decade in boxing. I'm barely 24. Right. So, you know, I've been boxing 21 years, you know, so my whole life is, and now it's time to take the big risks because it's, I want it, you know, win, lose, or draw, I'm always going to put 100% into it, you know, and I'm going to work extremely hard, and I feel like I can beat the best right now.
Jose, what, did you feel the rust or?
I mean, I've been out of the ring for 3 years. Yeah, I felt the rust first couple rounds, you know. But I mean, it's okay. It is what it is. I felt like I did enough to win the fight. The guy who kept running looked like he was on a bicycle. And I'll give him that. He could take a shot. But I mean, he didn't want to, you know, he was awkward. He was an awkward fighter. But I mean, he came here to fight. Everyone has their different styles. And it's okay. I mean, I don't think the judges scored the fight how it was supposed to be scored. But I mean, draw is a draw. It's not a loss, you know. I'm going to go back home, keep training, and make sure I don't get any draws next time. And make sure I stop the guy.
Yeah. What about the extra weight? Did it affect you?
You know, I lost. I was at 240.
Yeah,
I went up to 240 pounds. I lost like 60 pounds. So not only that, I went down and lost weight. I felt strong. It's just, I mean, like I said, I haven't been in the ring for 3 years, so that ring was got to me a little bit. But I mean, it's okay. I mean, I got this one down. Now let's just keep going from here on out. And I just want to say I'm happy my brother did a tremendous job. You know, we have a tremendous team. We work hard together. He motivates me. I'm motivated. My dad's always by our side. You know, this bond we have is unbreakable. And the sky's the limit from now. I'm glad I'm with, you know, Yusuf Kubas, Al Heyman now, and, you know, I'm ready for these fights. Next fight will be a total different fight. You know, I'm just glad I got this fight in. And I'm going to keep training. No more long layoffs.
Right. You know, the one thing that people remember you for is your jab. I don't think we saw as much of your jab.
I honestly was trying to take this guy out, to be honest with you. I should have used my jab more with how I did before, but I mean, it's good, you know. It's good. I learn from it, watch video more, and, you know, now I have to use my jab like I did before, because right now I was just hunting the guy, and the guy didn't want to fight. He kept running, so now I have to learn how to use my jab how I did before, and then take those shots, and I just try to take the guy out with power shots. But I mean, I want to thank, you know, Samsung. I want to thank Al Heyman, Yusuf Kubas for giving me the opportunity to fight in this card, this amazing crowd. You know, I love Arizona. I love all the fans. You know, just motivate me. How my brother said, they say our last name and they hype us up, and then the other guys we boo them down, which, you know, it's something crazy. You know, it just feels amazing being back in the ring again after so long. After so long, especially next to my brother, you know, it motivates me, and then I want to see that Canelo fight with my brother. Let's hope that happens. But from here on out, you know, like I said, no more long layoffs. Back to the gym and start winning these fights.
For each of you, could Phoenix? I know you're in Seattle, but could Phoenix become your home at least for fighting a couple times a year here? Or?
I mean, we have to leave that to promoters, but that'll be amazing. You know, I love this crowd. I love this vibe. You know. The good thing about us is everywhere we go, we have a good crowd. You know, people love us. Texas, California, Vegas, everywhere we go, you know, we just love the boxing fans in general. We have a good supporting, a good following, and I just want to thank all the fans who've been out there since day one supporting us. You know, that means a lot to us. That motivates a lot. I know what motivates me, my brother, and my dad. You know, just seeing people out there like little kids writing us messages, "Hey, my hero." That just makes my day. You know, and it just makes me believe. Like, you know, I tell you, like how my brother says, when little kids write to us, anything is possible in life. The only one can stop you is yourself. You know, I'm not even supposed to be boxing right now. They said I was never gonna box again. Then I know why it's taking 7 years to walk. It hasn't even been 6 years, and I fought 2 big fights. I fought a big fight, you know, took a layoff, fought again. And I mean, the sky's the limit from here, you know. As long as you have a strong mind, we all fall, you know, in life. God has plans for us, you know. Everything happens for a reason. You just have to learn how to get back up and keep grinding. We're warriors, and we're not gonna stop.
Yeah, but also too, if Luis de Cuba, Samson Lukowitz, and Steven Espinosa, if I tell them they could make the rest of our fights here always, that'd be great too.
That'd be amazing.
David, aquí viendo el resultado que miramos de tu hermano, esto, como no ganó la victoria, pero te motivó a ti a noquearlo a tu oponente y a la vez también pues,
Recording in progress.
¿Tú quieres al Canelo en tu siguiente pelea o cómo te sientes en tu próximo rival? ¿Quieres al Canelo?
No, pues yo ya estaba listo para noquear a mi rival también. Yo trabajé bien duro y yo ya sabía que tenía más fuerza que él. Yo ya sabía que le iba a noquear. Pero yo creo que la pelea aquí sí se puede hacer como en mayo o septiembre. Yo voy a seguir entrenando duro y a ver qué pasa, pero voy a estar listo para todo lo que venga.
Well, the question was whether, well, 2 questions.
The first one was whether seeing Jose fight motivated you to do what you did in your main event. And the second one was, if I'm not mistaken, if you feel ready for Canelo, correct?
If he wants Canelo.
If he wants Canelo, okay, yeah. David answered the first question that, you know, he was going after a knockout all the way, that he felt comfortable throughout the fight, and that he was glad that he was able to achieve the win the way that he did. And then as far as Canelo, he's gonna be ready for whatever, May, September, he's gonna train hard and be ready for whatever comes his way next year.
La Casaca Boxing Club Argentina. This is for Mr. Benavidez Sr. en español, para Argentina, en vivo.
Saludos para toda la gente de Argentina.
Igualmente, gracias. Primero que nada, felicidades a los dos muchachos, muy buen trabajo. Ese es tocante a Junior. Sabemos que Junior viene de 5 años peleando una vez al año casi, promedio de una pelea al año. Este fue el factor que se le dificultó un poquito la pelea hoy, o también el argentino hizo bien las cosas, o una combinación de las dos.
No, pues no le vamos a quitar nada al argentino, pues mi respeto, muchas gracias por aceptar la pelea. Para mí, José Benavidez hizo muy bien, hizo espectacular. Como él lo dijo, el doctor le dijo que no iba a caminar. Ha tenido 2 peleas muy grandes, ahora pues tuvo una pelea donde creo yo que mis ojos ganó y no le dieron la victoria, pero eso no importa. Nosotros somos guerreros, seguimos peleando. Mucha gente no sabe que yo hasta dejé mi trabajo cuando ellos estaban chicos para irnos a la aventura, y yo estoy súper orgulloso de los dos, de lo que han logrado. Hay mucha gente mala también que quiere destruir lo que tenemos, pero eso no lo van a conseguir. Yo creo que nos estamos haciendo muy fuertes y estamos muy unidos, y les vamos a dar muy buenas peleas a toda la gente, y estoy muy orgulloso de los dos, y ojalá que me den la oportunidad de seguir con ellos y hacemos un buen equipo, y yo daría mi vida por ellos, ¿no? Y aquí seguimos juntos, ¿no?
Era la segunda parte de la entrevista, que los planes a futuro.
The question was whether Jose's rust played a factor in the fight, and the answer was that, in no disrespect to the opponent Torres, we have major respect for him, but I thought Jose had a spectacular fight. I thought he won, that he did great. Jose overcame so many challenges to be able to come back, and many people don't even know that meaning Jose's dad, left my job, and I had to give so much to be able to make these kids, live a happy and fruitful life. So I'm really proud of them and the effort that they have made, and I thought Jose won the fight.
More questions? You guys, a question from Sean.
Just the future plans for Junior, en español, los futuros para Junior.
Pues los planes es seguir al gimnasio y entrenar, seguir peleando, no como antes que dijiste que peleaba una vez al año y me tomaba los breaks muy largos. Ahora hay que regresar y seguir echándole ganas y pelear unas 5 o 6 veces al año.
Gracias.
The question was, what's Jose's plans going forward? And Jose was saying that he's going to come back to the gym, and next year it's going to be about fighting 5 or 6 times, not taking as many breaks as he used to. So ideally, fighting 5 or 6 times a year will be the best plan for him. Next question?
You got a question, Sean?
The question is for Mr. Checo here. You should be there. ¿Qué tan cerca? How close is that fight with Canelo in your estimation? ¿Qué tan cerca está?
Hold on. Before you answer that question, Samson, can we get the mic over to Samson? Ask the question on the mic, and then how close is the fight?
9:45. I'm on my way to Mexico. So I will speak with Mauricio Suleiman and explain to them that it's time to get this title back. Now, it can be in May, 5 de Mayo, or it can be in September, but not later in September. I'm going with a good faith that you need to face the best 168 super middleweight in the world, which is David El Bandera Roja Benavidez.
Sean's got a question over here.
David,
hold on real quick, Sean.
What's up, Sean?
What's up, David? Great fun stuff as always to watch, man. If he's watching, Any message to Canelo, and if not a message, why does David Benavidez beat him?
I mean, I think the fans speak for itself. The fans have been calling for this fight for a long, long time, and there's nobody else for Canelo to fight. I feel like I'm a bigger guy, I'm a stronger guy, I have a lot of speed. Obviously a lot of people say that Canelo, I'm an easy walking park for Canelo, but they say that about all my opponents. I don't have defense, I don't have nothing, but I would rather get hit, so I know when I get in the ring with the fighters, it's a completely different story. I know how strong I am, I know how much pressure I put on, and I know how these guys tend to break down towards the end of the fight. I know a fight with Canelo won't be easy, but I'm willing to get my heart and my soul in that ring to get the victory, and I know I can get it done. But like I said, I'm gonna let the fans keep calling for it. I'm gonna keep winning my fights exactly how I'm doing it, dominant fashion. My last 5 fights, there's been no competition. No competition. I just go in there and walk guys down. And I'm not just throwing one punch, I'm throwing punches and bunches. I'm doing stuff that no other 168-pounder does. Combinations, 6-7 punch combinations, body shots, great jabs. You know what I mean? So I feel like I deserve that fight. So I'm gonna keep, until I get that fight, I'm gonna keep knocking down whoever they put in front of me. If they want to put 5 guys in front of me, want to do another title with me, that's fine. I'll do that until I get the fight with Canelo. But the fans are gonna keep asking for that fight. I've been #1 contender for 3 fights already, since 3 fights. So we'll keep going, and I don't mind beating anybody. I don't mind keep beating these guys to get to that spot because I know I'm better than everybody. And I'll just prove it in the ring.
If he's not going to go your direction soon, in the next 1, 2, or 3 fights, what's the best you could do out there? Is it fighting the winner of Better BF Brown at 75, or would it be Charlo, or what's the next best thing if Canelo's not going to get in there right now?
I mean, I don't know. It's hard because I don't even want to hype these fights up because I'm willing to fight whoever. But you seen the incident with Charlo talking all that, but then he didn't really want to fight. But I feel like that's really the narrative for these other fighters. They act like they want to fight, but when it's time to fight, they can't. They don't want to fight. I mean, I would love to fight Berlanga too, in the hard Puerto Rican punching. He has a hard puncher, so I feel there's a lot of good fights to be made, but I feel like people are scared to take that risk. But if you really want to be the best, you shouldn't be scared to take no risk. But if I would love to fight Charlo, Berlanga, Caleb Plant still, Colin Smith. If I gotta go up to 75, I'll go up to 75 too. But it doesn't matter, I feel like I got another 10, 12 years left in this professional boxing game. So, there's a lot of names to be fought out there, so I'll fight every single one of them.
Thanks, David. And just a question for Big Bro. Jose, great to see you back in the ring after 3 years, man. Terrence Crawford, a day or 2 ago, he mentioned you were the best fighter he's ever fought, the toughest fight he had. What do you think of that, and do you think he beats Sean Porter next Saturday?
Yeah, but I've been asked this question a few times. And then I have something to say for Sean Porter too. He has said that I gave him the best fight of his career to Terrence Crawford, but that he has everything I have plus more. Honestly, I don't see anything special in Sean Porter. And if you guys have seen the video that we sparred back when I was way younger, I was giving it to him. I feel like Crawford is a crafty fighter. He's a champion for a reason, and he's gonna beat Sean Porter. Sean Porter has nothing special. He doesn't have a jab. He doesn't have a good hook. He doesn't even hit hard. All he does is smother people and move his head like he just started boxing. So I mean, after he gets his ass kicked by Crawford, maybe we can set up with me, since he says he has better abilities than me. We can make that happen because I know this guy's not gonna run. I know he's gonna bang. So we'll see who's a bigger banger.
Tell us how you really feel.
Good. This is for both brothers. First off, congratulations to both of you guys for coming back to Phoenix. This fight could have took place anywhere. What was it like for both of you to be on the same card, but not only that, being in front of a Phoenix crowd, and then hearing your guys' names being chanted? Because I was ringside for this entire fight, and I'll tell you what, it was ecstatic, it was magnetic, and this crowd was here for all you guys. So how do you guys feel about that?
Well, like I said, dude, it's fighting here in Arizona. It's a total different feeling. It feels like we haven't been here in years, and it feels like we never left. The crowd is here, so supporting, so loving, so just the energy they give out. It's crazy, dude. We walking out, I feel like superstar. It just motivates me even more. And then seeing people want to take pictures with us, it's crazy, and I would love to keep fighting here at home. I feel like I don't think there's a crowd better than the Phoenix crowd, to be honest with you. Especially for me and my brother, it hypes us up, it gives us that motivation. Even when you're tired in the ring, hearing those people chant your name and, shouting gives you that much energy, that much more energy to keep fighting and trying to stop this guy. So I would love to fight here again.
Yeah, it's definitely been a blessing, man. It's a dream come true. Now the roles are a little bit reversed because 6 years ago when we fought here, I was in my brother's undercard, and now I'm headlining the undercard. And it's really funny too because I came here, I came to a Bad Bunny concert with my girlfriend too, and I was just, when we were there, and I was like, man, it would be amazing. It would be a dream come true if I could fight here. And then like a couple months later, I got to fight with Angulo here, but it got pushed back because of COVID, everything that happened with COVID. So, like I said, it's really amazing because I feel like we're on the right track. You know, we're working extremely hard, and I didn't really expect all this love and support that we have from all the people here. But when you don't expect it, that's when you get more of it. You know what I mean? It's crazy, and I feel like, you know, the people, they love seeing us fight, and I love fighting in front of them, and I love beating people up in front of them. So this is gonna be a great place to host fights for me and my brothers. You know, I see us fighting here for a long, long time, and all the loyal supporters we have here. It's amazing just to fight in front of them, to perform in front of them.
Last question.
Thank you. Phoenix, Arizona. That's my home. This is where we're from. You know. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone that's been out here supporting me, my brother, and my dad since day one. You guys are loyal. You guys are real fans. Thank you guys. We're gonna keep training hard and putting on good shows.
You got one more question?
This question's for Jose Senior. Jose, man, a lot of people don't know your story, man, and how hard it's been to get to this point. And to hear how David's so close to fight Canelo, I want to understand, how do you feel when you're so close to be fighting a legend like Canelo, at David just being 24 years old?
Well, it will be an honor to fight the best 168 super middleweight, the king of 168. I will not take nothing away from him. He's a very guy that's super focused, very disciplined. But I'm pretty sure, I'm positive that David will beat him. You know, we would love to fight him. It will be a tough fight, a very dangerous fight. But I know what I have. David's been training since he was 2 years old, and that's a fight that people want to see. Everybody wants to see that fight. I guarantee you, David will be victorious in that fight.
It also motivates me too because everybody I looked up to, Oscar De La Hoya, Marco Antonio Barrera, Vargas, Trinidad. You know, these dudes, they're 25, 24, 25, 26 years old, you know, fighting the best of the best, multiple world champions. And they didn't have to take that chance, but they did. They took that leap to be great. And I feel like that's what I have to do. You know, I mean, obviously this is a very hard fight. Me and Canelo, it's the hardest probably fight I've ever had in my career, and nothing's guaranteed, but the work that you put in is guaranteed. And I'm willing to work as hard as I can to make sure I secure victory and be at the best possible mental and physical place in my life that I've ever been. And, you know, I'm going to be ready for it. You know, everybody can say whatever they want, but they don't put the work in I put in, you know, and I know exactly what I put in. So once this fight gets signed, and whenever it does happen, you know, the motivation can be through the roof, and I'll definitely make it. I'll be the victor in that fight.
Well, congratulations to David Benavidez with his win over Kyron Davis in front of the hometown fans here in Phoenix. Jose Benavidez Sr., the esteemed trainer, the father. Phoenix, thank you so much. Samson Lukowitz, TGB Promotions, PBC. If Benavidez and Canelo happens in 2022, book it. That is the fight of the year next year. Have a great one, everybody. And we look forward to coming back to Phoenix.
We got a bang of drums.
Sit down. Sorry. You too, brother. You too. Thank you.
See you up in Vegas.
Okay.
Thank you, brother. You too.
I appreciate you, man. Hey, David. You mind if I throw a few more your way, brother, before you get out of here?
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Dave.
Hey, drive safe, my friend.
Let me do him first.
Yeah, okay.
Good job, man. Thank you. Good to see you.
Oh, sorry. Senior. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, brother? Awesome. Good, man. Fun stuff.
Great question.
Thanks, brother. Thank you. I'm trying.
Do you like, I mean, it's just kind of natural, or like kind of think about it, or like what is it? It's kind of like you watch the fight, you kind of think about like, all right, this is what I'm gonna ask, or you just kind of like.
No, I think. I try to be sharp.
Or like somebody asks a question that you, or then you have to think something else or something like.
Yeah, no, sometimes they'll steal one.
Yeah.
Fuck, okay, that was the obvious
Right.
So now what's next?
What's next?
So, yeah.
Gotcha.
So, and then, if I'm going to ask about another fight, let me let the guy feel good.
Yeah,
He said you're the best fighter you ever fought. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't just, hey, what do you think Crawford?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Give him some props.
The way you were.
Then ask about it.
I liked it.
Yeah.
What's your name again, my friend?
Sean, man.
Jiggish.
Nice to meet
Call
you,
me
man.
Jiggy.
You're his mom, right?
Yes,
Yeah, I've met you guys before, I
yes,
think.
we have.
Yeah, I've met
like
you guys.
walking through the parking lot.
Yeah.
I think you were going in Vegas.
Yes. The MGM.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. I know.
I cover
Thank
boxing.
you. I appreciate you.
He's a fan of me. Like, I love
Thank you so much. We
Might be
appreciate
my
it.
favorite fighter. Him and Canelo.
Exactly. Hopefully the fight happens, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
There's no rush for him, though. Like, he's good. If he doesn't want to go his way next,
Exactly.
keep doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Shit, go get them belts at 75. He's bullshitting at 16.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right. That's right.
I feel like he's going to be even better at 75.
Canelo will have to vacate. He'd have to vacate after the two fights.
Right.
Actually, he's up for his he has to fight David.
Thanks for my man. I got to ask him. Franchise.
He didn't use the franchise. He used it already.
Oh, he did?
He used it to get the belt. They wanted David Benavidez. Well, not because Smith was the second Canelo would have gotten more money at the time, and Canelo flexed his franchise, which was only good at 160. So he actually restarted in favor. So basically,
What was it? Jiggy. Nice to meet you, bro. Jiggy.
because he has the belt, he can't use it.
Right.
And that's why Russo throw another loophole in it. And if he throws another loophole in there, WBC loses his roster.
Yeah, oh, it is, though. They keep pulling so much bullshit. All right.
Let's do it over here, guys.
Oh, over here is good? Okay. Yep.
¿Qué van a hacer con esto?
Antes de que
¿Qué van a hacer?
Pero antes de que se lo quiten.
Una entrevista con él.
All right, man. FightHype.com. So I'll tell with the man, David Benavidez. David, just first, man, what'd you think of how the hell was Kyron Davis able to hold up to all those combinations, man?
He's a warrior, bro. I mean, you don't gotta take it away from him. He's a warrior, but I feel like has he been knocked out before?
No.
He's never been. When they've never been knocked out. They'll really try their hardest not to get knocked out. And I mean, I knew I was gonna take him out eventually, because that's the way I work. When I put the pressure on, I don't let off at nothing. And I feel like I get better as the fights go on. I throw more punches, land more. But I mean, hats off to Davis. But I feel like as long as you remain calm, you don't get frustrated, you don't get the knockouts fast. That's the key of it. You can't make mistakes just because you're looking to get a knockout. I didn't make any mistakes. I was touching him. I kept my distance. Everything was good, and I did what I was supposed to do.
Yeah. Just again, the patience, man. Where's that coming from? Again, usually you start off 70 punches the first round, but you took your time with this guy.
Well, you know what I wanted to do because I didn't want to let the fans get to me. And it's crazy, but it's good that I think like that. I know a lot of people wanted me to go in there, throw everything the first, but I wanted to stay disciplined. Because that's really when it matters. You have to learn. I'm maturing too, and I think for the longevity of my career, it's better. You have to relax, and the knockout is going to come. The fans have to wait a little bit, but I feel like I did a tremendous job.
Why didn't you use the jab much tonight? You didn't need it.
That's why, because sometimes I fight fighters and I'm not landing at first, but until I start opening up with the jab, but this dude was just available with so much shots. I feel like that's why, I didn't really need the jab too much, but I should have threw more, but I mean, everything worked out perfectly.
I'm sure you read about what the fans say. When they break down this Canelo fight, they say the body shots will kill David. He'll get underneath and get to the body. What's your response to that? Why won't that get it done?
Well, we'll see what happens. Everybody says the same shit over and over again. I get hit too much. I don't have this and that. I really don't get hit, But you craft a game plan for each fighter. You know, I know Kyrone Davis didn't throw body shots like this. You know, if I knew he would throw body shots like that, it would have been different. I would have been stepping out, doing different stuff. Or I would have been throwing more jabs. Because once a fighter throws body shots, you counter that with the jab. You know what I mean? So that's what takes the body shots away. But I mean, people are gonna say, people that be talking the most shit don't know anything about boxing. You watch fucking boxing on TV and they think they know everything. But I'm really in there working. I'm working with multiple sparring partners. I'm doing a lot of stuff, so I'll be good. I don't need their advice.
You know, lately Canelo's just had these nukes at 168. Yeah. Are you the only guy who's got something for his ass? Who's got a nuke?
Exactly. I got a lot of power too, and I throw punches and bunches, and I don't get tired. So I think that's the best thing about me. My stamina is crazy.
So that's a toe-to-toe fight, you think?
Yeah, definitely. And I'm bigger. You know what I mean? I'm a bigger guy. You know, I'm faster too. So it'll be a great fight. I mean, the people are gonna win. Whoever wins this fight, it's gonna be a fucking amazing fight.
And you know, we've talked about this before. Just I want your thoughts on this, David. You know, to say Canelo's sitting around at 68, he's already got all the belts already. What do you think just of the thought of beating him to the punch to 75, getting that WBC belt from the winner of Brown?
I've been thinking about that lately. So maybe we could probably do that too, but we gotta sit around, see what the best option is, and then go with that. If it's 75, then fuck it, we'll go up to 75.
Jim Martinez, FightHype TV here with David Benavidez. First of all, congratulations on this huge win. Overall, how would you assess your performance? You know, TKO, how would you assess it tonight?
I assess it pretty good. You know, I was in there, I was calm. I didn't really get hit with too much punches. It was a good fight. The fans loved it. I won TKO, and I think I did pretty good.
Were you frustrated a little bit? Because, you know, you did have a heart, you had the will, you had the granite chin to not go down. Were you frustrated at all?
No, I'm not frustrated at all, bro, because I know sometimes the dudes are not going to go down eventually, especially me. I know, like, I feel like some people like Berlanga, like, they got one-punch knockout power. And you see what happened to him once they don't land that shot. His fight, you know, it doesn't go. So with me, I know it's going to take more than one shot, but that makes it better because I dig to the body. I dig, you know, I throw uppercuts, do different shit. And I feel like
just one big question for you, brother. You've always been so humble about your son's skills. This was one of the first times I ever heard you straight out say he will beat Canelo. Why is that, Jose?
Because, man, you know, like I said, David's been training since he was 3 years old. I know what he has, the motivation now with his son, you know, and the determination, man. You know, Canelo, to me, I'm going to be, in my opinion right now, you know, this guy is the best, pound for pound. Very disciplined. When has he taken a break? When? I don't know when. I never heard of him. He fights Monday, Tuesday, he's already training, you know, and I believe in my heart that he's wearing out because he might not know, but, you know, he's been working so hard and it comes a time where the body doesn't want to go, you know, because at the end of the day, the fights, he comes in and looks good at the fights. Where you leave everything, it's in the gym. You know, all that wearness and tears and injuries happen in the gym, actually. So he's been very dedicated, and I think one of these days we're just going to see that the body's not the same. It's not responding. He might want it so bad, but that's why I feel that he should get the fight right now, you know, and he has a bigger possibility of beating David because he has more experience and he's an animal. But with time passing by, I think it benefits us, and David's getting more experience, getting more stronger, and getting more mainstream, I think. When he fought Caleb Plant to me, you know, I was surprised how good he did. He came in shape, and Caleb Plant, in my opinion, he looked really good, man. But he just doesn't have that pop because he caught him with some good punches. I've seen Caleb Plant hit him to the body, man, and he felt that. But why didn't he go more? You know, if you go look and see, like in the third or fourth round, man, I never seen Canelo going, like, you know, feeling that pain. So my respects to Caleb Plant. He did good. I didn't think he was going to last that long, you know, and he put up a really good fight, and I think he gave Canelo a tough fight.
I hear what you're saying about perhaps he could be slowing down any minute now, Canelo. But let's say he's peaked. He's still at that peak. Why does David beat him? You know,
that's what I'm saying.
He comes in 100%.
I think you know, a lot of people are not going to agree with me, but Caleb Plant gave him a lot of trouble. And, you know, Caleb Plant was using his shoulder roll. And last fight, I didn't really see that monster of Canelo. I didn't see that. He was missing a lot of shots. He was frustrated. And like I said, a lot of people are going to hate on me. They're going to say that I'm crazy. But I think Caleb Plant did a pretty good job, and like I said, he did have troubles, so we can kind of see that already, that tear and wear.
And that's saying a lot, given your history with Caleb,
that's me,
you know?
Yeah, no, I know. Everybody knows I don't like Caleb. I don't like him, and I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like Caleb. I'm not on Caleb's side, but he did a good job. I looked more of his talent and what he did, I admit it. He had a good fight. He did very well. I was surprised the way he fought. To be honest, he gave us a great fight. But like I said, I don't like that guy, but he did a great job.
What is David better at than Canelo? Does he have faster hands, bigger guy?
You know what I think, David's super young, very motivated, very hungry. He's a young lion, man. And at the end of the day, Canelo has everything, David doesn't. So that makes a fighter very dangerous, And I'll tell you right now, if Canelo could have fought David when he had the WBC belt, we wanted to fight him for that belt. He didn't have a belt. So we wanted to fight. He didn't want to fight him. And we've been asking for that fight. He doesn't want to fight him. But and at the end of the day, I'm happy because he respects David. And he knows that David's a tough fight. So that, to me, tells me everything, that he doesn't want to fight David. If David's so easy and he's so young and he's very hittable, why not shut everybody's mouth and beat him?
Well, I'll say this for you. He didn't say the word undisputed until David Benavidez lost his title on the scale.
That's what I'm saying, exactly. And and at the end of the day, I think David, he should thank us and give us a fight, because if David wouldn't have lost that belt, he wouldn't be where he's at. David left that belt and he took advantage of the opportunity. If David didn't lose that belt, he didn't even know where to be at 160, 168, or 170. He had no clue. But David lead him to do what he did right now. In my respects, he's the best, and like I said, he took advantage of it, not his fault, and he's the king of 168. Let's fight the king.
And just lastly on David, man, with the inexperience, if he fights Canelo, he's fighting a guy with 3 times as many fights, and the weight, is it better off at 75 these days, David? And does that experience matter? Would it help to get Charlo first or someone like that?
Of course, the experience matters a lot, because Canelo, at the end of the day, he does have a lot of experience. He fought a lot of good fighters. Like I said, my respect. But when it's time for everything, you're gonna get beat one day, man. You can't be a champion. You can't be a champion forever. One of these days, a younger lion is gonna come and is gonna take over, like he did. So I feel that now it's time for David Benavidez.
Thank you, Jose. Hey, congrats today, man. And can I just get your Crawford Porter pick before you get out of here?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's another exciting fight that we want to see. We need to see more of these fights. Porter's a great fighter. Terrence Crawford, it's a fucking amazing fighter, He has good legs. He can bang. He can box. He can do counter. He can do whatever the hell he wants to do, I don't hate him, I like his style. I think he has a lot of good tools to beat Sean Porter. In my opinion, I think he's gonna maybe even stop him, But at the end of the day, Sean Porter throws a lot of punches. He comes to fight, and it's gonna be an exciting fight. But I just have to pick Terrence Crawford. Like I said, he's a champion for a reason too. He's very smart, super hungry too. I think it's going to be a great fight.
Thanks, Jose. Hopefully I can ask your son too, just right before I leave. And then I'll leave you Benavidez as the hell alone. You can enjoy your win, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Hey, David, could I just get your Crawford Porter pick before you get on out of here, brother? All right, man. David, man, how do you see the big fight this Saturday now that your fight's over, Crawford Porter?
Now I could relax and actually think about other fights. It's good. I think Crawford's going to get him, bro. I think it's not going to be an easy fight because Porter is a tough, rugged fighter. But I think Crawford, he uses good, the ring really good. His IQ is really good. But, we'll see what happens. I think you can't count Porter out, because every time you count him out, he does even better what they expect. Like you see with Keith Thurman, Earl Spence, Ugas, So it's definitely going to be a good fight, but I got Crawford.
Yeah, obviously you were there in Omaha when your brother gave him his toughest fight of his career. What's Sean got to do if he can pull it off?
He just got to be himself, but just times 10. He can't let Crawford box at all. He has to back him into the rings, and he has to do that. And like I said, there's a good chance he wins because you see, what's the guy's name? The Russian guy that
Mean Machine.
Mean Machine. You see, he was kind of using that, and he kind of rocked Crawford in the first round. But you know, what I mean, it's gonna be a good fight, bro. Both those fighters are solidified fighters, great world champions. It's gonna be a banger.
Anything you remember that was like underrated about Sean when you sparred him? Or
The sparring was different, you know, because I mean, yeah, that's what I knew about him. His pressure was crazy, but like, I'm way bigger fighter, you know what I mean? So how he would hurt somebody else, it wouldn't really hurt me because obviously I fucking outweighed him for like 50 pounds.
Right.
But he does have really good pressure. That's what I'm saying. His pressure could really help him.
And lastly, just on that fight, man, Crawford's a great counter puncher. What do you do to succeed against a counter punch? What do you do to find success against that kind of stuff?
A lot of pressure and a lot of body shots, and I think it's a lot of catch and shoot. Sometimes you throw stuff to make them throw something, and to make them counter, and you counter the counter. But it's harder than it sounds, bro. So that you really have to be on point with everything. But I think the pressure and the body shots.
Hey, brother, you were fun to watch tonight. You're one of the funnest guys to watch. You and Canelo, Morales Barrera at 168.
I think that's what is gonna happen, bro. I think that's what it's looking down to. I mean, it makes me happy too. A lot of people doubt me, but you know, I know you see it, bro. When I'm in the ring with these fighters. How do they look after they lose their will and they lose their spirit as the fight goes on? And I can keep that pressure on all night. You know what I mean? And I'm not just a fucking reckless fighter going in there and get hit. You know, people think I get hit, but I really don't get hit like that. I'm blocking all the shots, you know what I mean? And I land at a super crazy fucking percentage rate. I think tonight, I heard him say I was like at 60%.
Well, they said
my last fight was at 50, and the one before that was at 52. So I mean, it's pretty crazy. I know what I'm doing, you know what I mean? So I know this fight's gonna be good with me and Canelo. So hopefully this happens.
Yeah, you putting up fight night round 3 connect percentage numbers.
Yeah.
No, the respect from him was apparent in the first round.
He was moving a lot, but I feel like because he didn't have condition too, he couldn't keep it up. But respect for him too, Kyrone Davis, him and his team, they're all outstanding guys, and I respect anybody who's in the ring like that, you know what I mean? Because I know how hard it is too.
I only do this because you let me, but you were catching everything tonight on the gloves.
Yeah.
But you got great reflexes, man. Where was that? You know, you didn't need it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there were some shots that he fucking throwing and I would pull him back.
Did.
But I gotta definitely work on that more. I definitely gotta work. I'm not gonna say I do everything good. I definitely gotta work on that more. A lot of stuff, but I'm looking forward to it. You know, I feel like the next fight you guys see me, I'm gonna be a completely different fighter. I'm gonna be a better defensive fighter. I'm still gonna be a good offensive fighter, but I want this. I wanna change myself and make myself better. You know.
All around.
Yeah, exactly.
When do you think you'll be back in the ring, David?
Hopefully by March or May. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they got planned and got stored for me. So. We'll see what happens.
Fuck it, maybe co-main of Canelo if he ain't gonna fight
I'm down. I'm down. We can fight Anthony Durrell again. You know what I mean? So I'm down.
Thanks, David. Congrats to you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Always
bro.
great to see
Appreciate
you, man.
You.
Yep. Bro, thanks, man.
You got a lot. Trust me.
I'm the only person in town that does what I do, so I don't really have much of that. We used to have like the BB store and Guess inside that mall.
That's all hard. That shit hard as hell.
That's incredible.
I think we are all done, boxing fans. Thank you for tuning in. Keep it locked in on FightHype going forward. We'll be back for Crawford Porter next week in my hometown of Las Vegas. So hope you guys enjoyed everything tonight. Thank you so much.
All right, you call me later.
All right, champ.